All right. Yeah, as Chelsea said, we had this week off. It was good. We just had one practice on Thursday just to touch a ball. Didn't really do any swinging or anything, just a lot of ball control work. Then had our practice again yesterday for the first time to get back on our daily routine. It was very good for us. Our team is much healthier. Michaela Lovato is back in practice after missing games and 3 weeks of practice. So we're really happy about that. She's one of our best players, and it's nice to have another really steady body in practice. We went from 8 last week to 10 and a half players in practice yesterday, so we're feeling pretty good about our numbers this week. I think that if any of you have looked at our conference race, there's 4 teams with 2 losses as we're finishing out the first half, and this is going to be a year probably where the team that wins a conference has 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 losses, but it's a real dogfight, and everybody's winning at home and nobody's winning on the road, and so it's going to be a war going down to the last week. I'm happy that we're a part of it. A lot of people didn't think we would be, and I'm glad that we're in the mix and battling, and really glad that we're healthy going into these last 5 weeks, and the next 2 weeks will be critical. We've got to get a road game this weekend. As we said, we're at San Diego State and Nevada, and they've both been tough at home and won their matches at home, and so we've got to find a way to steal at least one of them, or hopefully both, to keep us in that mix. The good thing about the second half is of the teams that are in that mix, we have San Diego State, Fresno State, and UNLV all at home in the second half, so we're really happy about that. And then at Colorado State the last weekend. So we feel like the schedule works well for us if we can stay healthy and do the right things, and I think we're ready to go after it. I want to talk about next week, though. Next week we come back home. On Tuesday night we're in the pit with New Mexico State. Big game, the rivalry and all that fun stuff, but it's a game that we're really shooting for to get a lot of people out, and we could really use your help with that. And knowing that we don't meet again until next Tuesday, I'd appreciate any plugs or any help you guys could give us in really promoting that match with New Mexico State next Tuesday night in the pit. And then we have it's also Think Pink. Thank you. Yes, our annual Think Pink game. And Jordy Hadfield, one of my assistants, does a great job with that. We've raised thousands of dollars for the UNM Cancer Hospital, and I think her goal is to raise another $5,000 this year. So we have some great what do you call it, raffles and different things that night. We have an Xbox Connect that's up. We have an iPad, a number of really great items, two tickets anywhere on Southwest Airlines that will be going up that night as part of that Think Pink as well. And then we play Fresno State. Is UNLV or Fresno in?
It's UNLV on Thursday. Or no, it's
Fresno. It's Fresno, right? See, I can't really think past the next game, but then we have UNLV and Fresno State, which are the teams tied with us in the lead for the conference right now, and so it's going to be a big week when we come back next week. We play Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday and Thursday in the pit, and Saturday back over at Johnson Center. But next 2 weeks will probably hold the tale for what direction we're going and where our season goes. I'm really proud of what they've done so far. I don't think even healthy we expected to be in such a great place right now, and with a young group, only one senior, and we're thrilled, and hopefully we can keep battling and keep moving forward. Questions?
The push for the New Mexico State game next week to get a lot of fans, is there any other reason other than it's just a big rivalry game? Or?
It's a big rivalry. You know, when we talked about moving those games over with Paul and Janice, that was a game that Paul really wanted us to shoot for getting a crowd in, and and it's also our Think Pink game, which has traditionally been a match that's drawn 2,500 or 3,000 for us, and we've raised a lot of money. So there's a lot of things that go into that night, but all of them are important. But obviously it's our rivalry, and we want to have a great showing.
Talk about the conference race down the stretch, the second half of it, with all the teams being kind of limbo, and everybody has a shot at it.
Yeah, sure. I think that Fresno State has kind of been the hot team right now. I think they're 5-2 in conference, and they upset Colorado State the other night. But they've played all their matches in the first half at home, and when they've went on the road, that's their 2 losses. And Colorado State is always a good team, and they've lost a couple on the road, and finally got a win at UNLV on Sunday. And so that's kind of what we're seeing. So I think the teams that can be the most consistent probably stay away from injury and all the flu bugs and everything that have been going around this year are going to have the best chances. I think San Diego State's in the mix. They're 3-3. UNLV, Colorado State, and us, I think right now are the 5 teams that are really in the mix. But everybody's been able to beat everyone. So, the bottom teams have beaten the top teams this year. So, there could be a wrench thrown in it any week, and we just got to stay focused and I think be consistent.
A lot's been made, with the mountain going away and how it affects football and whatnot. But in sports like yours, you guys were on the mountain and getting national exposure quite a bit. How much do you think it's hurt you, now that you're majority of the way through the season and a lot of these games aren't going?
Well, I do think it has. Our conference has picked up a few games on CBS Sports Network, but there's definitely, we're a program that had 3 hits a year, sometimes as many as 4 or 5, and I think that obviously that's disappointing. We've been fortunate to contract with ProView Networks, and we've had great feedback about that. Getting the games on some of the local channels, getting to the outreach areas, at least of New Mexico, and we've really promoted it within our fan base, within our Facebook and Twitter and all that, and we've had a really good following with that. But I do think that as we move forward, hopefully we'll be bringing more options into play. Our conference in volleyball is really strong right now. There's 6 teams in the top 100 in RPI. There's, in the top 60 or 70, we have 4. And we've traditionally been a strong conference, and we, lost Utah, lost BYU, and this year last year we dropped off a little bit, and this year we've seen it come back up, and the teams are scheduling better, and I think in volleyball we'll continue to be a great conference with high RPIs and multiple teams in the mix for postseason. But I definitely think it helps when you're getting on television and people are getting a chance to see you and maybe vote for you or those different things as well. I mean, I watched probably 7 matches from other conferences this weekend, so.
Any other questions?
Thanks. Have a good week.